Hello everyone. In the last class we studied about some of the verbal problems and let us continue. Today's first problem is find two numbers whose sum is 27 and product is 182. Always you have to remember you have to try to form a quadratic equation with one variable. You cannot say that let one number be x, another number be y, right? So what is the question they have given? Find two numbers whose sum is 27. So how do you start? As usual, let one number be x. What is the other number? When sum is 27, think that I and you have got together 20 marbles. I have got 5 marbles. How much you have got? 20 minus 5, 15, right? So like that, let the first number be x. Let the first number be x. So therefore, the other number is, can you guess how much? Just now I gave you the hint. 27 minus x. One number is x, other number is 27 minus x. You understand? What is the next one? The product is 182. Simple. X into 27 minus x is equal to 182. Solve. X into 27, 27x minus x square minus 182 is equal to 0. Write down in the form of quadratic equation. Minus x square comes, so multiply by minus 1 or change the sign. X square minus 27x plus 182 is equal to 0. So, I always use the easiest method to solve this. What is that factorization method? The product has to be 182, sum has to be minus 27. When product is plus, both are minus. 13 is a 116, 9, 13, 14 is a 182. 13 and 14, 27, right? See, minus 13 minus 14 minus 27. 13, 14 is a 182. Did you all understand? So, minus into minus is plus. So, I write down x square minus 14x minus 13x plus 182 is equal to 0. So, x is common, take out x minus 14 minus 13 is common, x minus 14 is equal to 0. So, what is the next step? X minus 14 into x minus 13 is equal to 0. X is equal to x minus 14 is equal to 0 or x minus 13 is equal to 0. X is equal to 14 or x is equal to 13. Now, have I answered to my question? Two numbers, you have to find out the two numbers. When x is equal to 14, another is 13. When one is 13, another one is 14. So when one number is 14, another number is 27 minus 14, 13. Right? When one number is 13, 27 minus 13, 14. So what are those two numbers? 13 and 14. Is it clear? Let us move on to the next question. Look at the next question. Find two consecutive positive integers. So, positive integers, sum of whose squares is 365. Whenever I speak about integers is the set of positive and negative numbers along with 0. Right? So, they say find two consecutive only positive integers. So, what can I do? Consecutive means the numbers which comes one after the other. Let one number be x, other number is x plus 1. Let one number be x. Therefore, next number is x plus 1. 2 and 3. 3 and 4. So, x plus 1. Correct? Now, after that, what is that? Sum of whose squares is 365. So, sum of whose squares? So, x square plus x plus 1 the whole square is equal to 365. Now you simplify this and get answer. X square plus, it is in the form of a plus b the whole square is equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square. So x square plus 2 into x into 1 plus 1 square minus 365 is equal to 0. So x square plus x square 2x square plus 2x minus 364 is equal to 0. 1 square is 1. 1 minus 365 is minus 364. Now everywhere 2 is common, dividing by 2. You get, what do you get? X square plus x minus 2 1s are 2, 2 8s are 16, 2 2s are. Again the product has to be 182, the sum has to be, product has to be minus 182, the sum has to be plus 1. So you again 13 14s are, but 1 is plus, 1 is minus, which is plus. See, 13 and 14. So I want plus 1. So plus 14 minus 13. Plus into minus is minus, right? So what do I write down? X square plus 14x minus 13x minus 182 is equal to 0. So what is common? X is common. I write down x plus 14 minus 13 is common. X plus 14 is equal to 0. So x plus 14 is common into x minus 13 is equal to 0. X plus 14 is equal to 0 or x minus 13 is equal to 0. So I can say x is equal to minus 14 or x is equal to 13. Do you agree? They said positive integers. So 13, 14. Right? Therefore the two integers needed are 13 and 14. Is it correct? 13 square is 169. 14 square is 196. 169 plus 196 is 365. You are right. So next is the altitude of a right triangle is 7 centimeter less than its base. The altitude of a right triangle. So right angled triangle is called right triangle. Am I right? Altitude is 7 centimeter less than the base. You know, in a right angled triangle, one of the side is base, another side is altitude. Right? So altitude is less, 7 centimeter less is than the base. So I can draw like this maybe. Altitude is 7 centimeter less than its base. So this is the base. Altitude is 7 centimeter less. So base minus 7. Right? If the hypotenuse is 13 centimeter, what is the other two sides? Very, very simple. You know what is the property of a right angled triangle. What is the property of the right angled triangle? The square on the hypotenuse is equal to sum of the squares of the other two sides. That property you can use and you can find out the other two sides. Let the base be b, so altitude is b minus 7. Am I right? Yes. So you can write as, what can you write down? If you want, you give the notations A, B, C and write down. In right angled triangle ABC, AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. So what is AC square? 13 square. What is AB square? B minus 7 the whole square plus B square. So 169 is equal to, use the formula A minus B the whole square is equal to A square minus 2AB plus B square. So B square minus 2 into B into 7 plus 49 plus B square. So 169 is equal to B square plus B square 2B square minus 14B plus 49. Let me bring it to the same side. 2B square minus 14B plus 49 minus 169 is equal to 0. So I think you get 2B square minus 14B minus 120 is equal to 0. Am I right? Yes. Now, you can see 2 is common everywhere. Whenever there is common, let us take out. Dividing by 2, what do you get? B square minus 7b minus 1. 120 divided by 2 is 60 is equal to 0. Now, you think of the factors of 60. 12 5s are 12 and 5. You have to get minus. So, minus 12 plus 5. Minus into plus is minus. Minus 12 plus 5 is minus 7. So, b square minus 12b plus 5b minus 60 is equal to 0. So, b is common, b minus 12 plus 5 is common, b minus 12 is equal to 0. So, b minus 12 into b plus 5 is equal to 0. So, what do you get? b minus 12. b minus 12 is equal to 0. b plus 5 is equal to 0. Or, so, b is equal to 12 or b is equal to minus 5. Measurement of any side will not be negative. So, only positive. So, therefore, b is equal to 12. Therefore, altitude is equal to how much? 12 minus 7 is equal to 5. Right? So, it is a Pythagorean triplet. 5, 12 and 13. Are we right? Yes. So, what is the base? 12. Altitude is 5. Is it clear? A cottage industry produces a certain number of pottery articles in a day that they have not given. So, let the number of pottery articles produced. So, cost of each article. Let the cost of each article be x. Right? So, now what is the given? On a particular day, the cost of production of each article was 3 more than twice the number of articles produced on that day. The question is like this. A cottage industry produces a certain number of pottery articles in a day. On a particular day, the cost of production of each article was 3 more than twice the number of articles produced on that day. If the total cost of the production on that day was rupees 90, find the number of articles produced and cost of each article. So, let the number of articles produced be x. Then, cost is equal to, read again, cost of production of each article was 3 more than twice the number of articles produced. So, cost of each article is equal to how much? 3 more than twice the number of articles. Right? You know, cost of each article. Cost of each article into total number of articles, you'll get the total cost of production. Am I right? So, cost of each article into number of articles gives the cost of production. So, I write down cost of each article into number of articles is equal to cost of production. See, one pencil for in a bundle of, what is that, pencil box, 10 pencils. So, cost of each pencil is 1 rupee. 10 into 1, 10 rupees. You understand? Like that. So, what is the cost of each article? Cost of each article is 2x plus 3 into number of articles x is equal to cost of total production was 90. So from this we have to get a quadratic equation and we have to get the answer. So you get 2x square plus 3x minus 90 is equal to 0. Now the product has to be minus 180, sum has to be plus 3. So I think 12 15s are. So plus 15 minus 12, it gives minus 180. So I write down 2x square minus 12x plus 15x minus 90 is equal to 0. See how I write? According to my convenience, 2 and 12 if I get together I can take out the common. So remaining is 15. 15 and 90 you get again some common. So 2x is common, x minus 6 plus 15 is common, x minus 6 is equal to 0. So x minus 6 into 2x plus 15 is equal to 0. X minus 6 is equal to 0 or 2x plus 15 is equal to 0. So x is equal to 6 or 2x is equal to minus 15 or x is equal to minus 15 by 2. Now, is it possible minus 15 by 2? Number of articles, can it be minus? No. So this is not a correct value. What is this? X is equal to 6 is the correct value. Let us see whether it is correct. When x is equal to 6, it is the number of articles produced. Cost of each article is 2 into 6, 12 plus 3, 15. Is 6 15s are 90? Yes. So number of articles produced is x. Cost of each article is 15. That is your answer. You have to write down at the last. So therefore number of articles is equal to 6 and cost of each article is 15. You understand? Rupees 15. That is your answer. I hope you understood all this type of questions. I will solve many more questions, whatever is there in the example as well as exercise. If you like my video, please share it with others and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much.